Leather tanning is one of the oldest human activities, dating back thousands of years. But without cows, it's impossible to imagine a leather industry at all. The breed of cow determines the size of the hide. Beef breeds at the age of 2 to 3 years give the best possible weight and size of skin. 18 processes go into leather tanning, divided into 4 stages: pre-tanning, tanning, dressing, and finishing. As soon as the hide has been removed from the animal, it is either immersed in a saturated brine solution or liberally sprinkled with salt to prevent it from putrefying. At the tannery, salted hide is soaked in water while the hair and epidermis are removed by a solution of lime and sodium sulfide. This also causes the hide to swell, giving the finished leather the suppleness needed for upholstery. This lasts for 1 of 2 days. The fatty layer on the underside of the hide, known as adipose or flesh, is then removed. The hides are then de-limed and given a weak enzyme treatment to help the grain become smoother and finer. The final pre-tanning treatment is the pickling of the hide in a slight acid solution to make the hide mildly acidic. Mineral tanning, where the skins are placed in rotating barrels, mainly uses chromium sulfate, which penetrates the hides quickly, completing this process in mere days. After being sorted for quality, the hides are shaved to the required thickness, usually half the thickness of the original rawhide. Hides are then trimmed and prepared for dyeing. The hides are also treated with fine oil emulsions to lubricate the fiber structure. Hides are then stretched flat and smooth before being clipped to large frames to be dried. The application of dyes and pigments enrich the color, and resins and lacquers create a top coating which is designed to achieve the brightness, softness, and feel that is required by leather upholstery manufacturers and discerning consumers. The finishing stages also help to minimize grain blemishes without losing the natural appeal of the hide, and to provide a protective surface that resists abrasion and can be cleaned during use. This finish gives resistance to the hides against heat and sunlight. This process also adds special effects, for example, an antique grain effect. Hides are then milled and dry drummed to soften them more, and passed over heat embossed rollers to further polish and give a smooth feel. After measuring and a quality control check, the leather is sent to the upholstery manufacturer where it will become the vital part of an upholstery design. Leathers arrive at the upholstery factory on pallets, from which they are unpacked and placed on mobile stands to remove creasing. Step 2 of a 10-phase process in upholstery is pre-scanning, where the leathers are scrutinized and all defects are highlighted. At the scanning stage, the leather defects are graded into categories, and the hides are photographed, coded into the system for further processing. A barcode is produced for every hide scan, which provides vital information required by the manufacturer. The next step is called nesting, where individual hides are called up on the system. It's at this stage where components are nested to create the best possible use of the hide. Next is the cutting stage. The barcodes on the hides are recorded. The positioning of hides on the cutting tables is determined by means of laser beams. Amazingly, the actual cutting is done by means of water jets, operating at an intense pressure of 2000 bar. Now the cut pieces are checked, corrected, and sorted into suite format before being dispatched to the sewing department. The cut pieces or components are sewn together to exact specification and merged as complete covers, which are filled by means of blown fiber before being sent to the upholstery section. Here, a major portion of the added value found in a leather lounge suite is established. In spite of the huge and rapid advancements made in modern technology, leather suite upholstery is still done entirely by hand and only by the most skilled of craftsmen. The upholstery is now complete and ready for the final quality control, before each suite is carefully wrapped for dispatch and transportation. There you have it, all the necessary processes and stages that go into leather tanning and leather upholstery. It's an involved and painstaking journey, the story of leather from rawhide to finished suite. But the sight, the feel, and the comfort experience confirms again and again that leather, especially when incorporated into a luxurious lounge suite, is, in the words of the poet, a thing of beauty and a joy forever.